Hello everybody, Corey here. Just a reminder that I'm not a qualified licensed investment or financial advisor. I am just here to gather the data for the trades, holdings, stock prices, and other things of that nature and provide that to you. Just a reminder that YieldMax ETF funds are extremely risky. They are income ETFs versus growth stocks, and it goes in depth of the definitions of all these different risks on their website related to the YieldMax ETFs. So we are going to do the daily roundup in this video for all the single stock ETFs. So just to jump right in, these are the trades, summary of the trades for today. You can see, so we had trades in Coney with bringing in about 1.1 million, GUI 32,000, JPMO ended up paying 14,500 there. Misty ended up paying 316,000, and Block brought in 65,000. Let me clear that because that's not necessarily true there. And then if you want to see the net assets and outstanding shares, they are here on the screen for all of the ETFs, all of them, including the YieldMax, and Ulti here. You can screenshot or pause if you want to look over those. And then the same thing here with the current stock price, the NAV price, and the difference there if you'd like to take a screenshot or pause here and look at those. We're going to move on to the stock prices here for YieldMax today. Apparently, we did start off, I guess, green, and then we went red throughout the day, which I didn't even realize until I was doing the video for Ulti and looking at the stocks and everything in the charts. But we can see here we were sort of mixed on some of these. A lot of these did pretty decent, except for Coney, Misty, Nefli, Nvidia. They all went down 3%. And then, of course, Tesla ended up coming up 12%. But we have AIYY up 7 cents, AMDY down 2, AMZ down 22, Apple up 20, Coney down 63 cents, Dizzo up 9, Phoebe down 10, GUI up 9, JPMO up 12 cents, Murney up 11, MSFO up 8, Misty up $1.03, Nefli, I might have said that wrong, Misty down $1.03, Nefli down 56 cents, Nvidia down 65 cents, OARC up 7 cents, PayPay up 17, Block down 6 cents, Tesla up $1.53, Zomo up 3 cents. YMAG is up 24 cents. I guess Tesla brought that one up since it's one of those. And then YMAX only ended up coming up 5 cents. And then Ulti went down 7 cents. If we look at the underline here, you can see on the screen we have the current IV and then an estimated distribution based off the current IV only. And then we also have the yesterday's close and today's stock price if you want to pause and look over this, or if you want to screenshot it. But I am going to do that, and then we're just going to look here. So the underline, let's look at that real quick. So Amazon down 2%, Coin down 5%, MicroStrategy down 5%, Netflix down another 4%, Nvidia down 3%, and then we have Block that was down 2%, but Tesla up 12%, and the other ones are roughly 1 or 2% positive or negative. As far as the differences between the percentages between the YieldMax and the underlying, Coney, between Coney and Coin, there's a 3% difference there, with Coney doing better. Misty and MicroStrategy, there's a 2% difference with Misty doing better. And then we have a few ones. AMZ better than Amazon. Netflix better than Netflix. NVIDIA better than NVIDIA. OARC better than ARC. And Squee better than Block. So as you can see here, let's look at the bottom. I don't know why I did that, but the S&P actually ended up being up 0.02, while the NASDAQ 100 was up 0.32%. And then 15, I think this is the largest, and I could be wrong, but 15 of the 19 ETFs did better than the underlying. The four that did better than the YieldMax ETFs were Apple, Google, Moderna, and Tesla. And I'm looking, and they're actually 0% in all the differences, so it must be very slightly there. And then I'm guessing that somehow that percentage formula was overwritten. Oh, I see, yeah. That was pasted and valued before I did this. So, well. Alright, so it should have been 74 and 24. Of course, I'm looking at that. So it is using those. It does have 15 and 4. So why did different numbers come over? My goodness. Oh, because I put the wrong number over here. Which I guess it doesn't really matter as long as we have it on our dated tab, because that'll be the historical data that we keep. Which in this case, it's really no big deal. I just put it there to put it there. So you can see the percentage if you care to yield max to the underlying there. And then we'll come over here to our days to recover from the distribution here. As you can see, we're back to recovery again for Murny and Gooey, but Aptly is still further behind, while PayPay is getting close, and Zomo is at least in the green, and we have several negative 100 to 200% to the last div. So as this is your first time seeing it, this is the day before the last ex-dividend date, which in these cases is the declaration date. Today's current stock price, the difference between the two. Then we have the last dividend amount. And then in column AF, we have the plus or minus to the last dividend. So we can see here AIYY was 73 cents. And of course, we know the stock drops. And then column AF is telling us, okay, it dropped. Not only did it drop the price of the div, it dropped an additional $1.33, which is, negative 184% to the last div. So that means all these negatives here means that we haven't even started to recover the dividend amount, and in fact, we're doing worse. Of course, we know that the market has been really red over the last week or two, so that would be why. Unfortunately, the synthetic expirations are coming up in 2 weeks, so we really need stocks to be above that. Which I guess, let me, just in case you haven't already, you can screenshot this if you want to, or pause and take a look at this more later. So let's move on to our strike prices for our short calls in column AK. These are the number of short calls we have, and column AL is the max strike price out of all of the short calls. So in the case of AIYY, we have already exceeded the short call strike price by 2%. JPMO, we're above it by negative 4% of the max. And Murney, we are above that strike price by 1%. All the rest of these are below the synthetic price. I'm sorry, within the short call stock price. Short call. I can't even think now. I'm so tired. And it's early. This is like, I'm almost done. But if we look in column AO, this is the dollar amount or the cents that the market value is for per share. And then I had said last night about putting a column in here as far as the percentage to the share price. So, here we're saying that the market value of the short call is affecting the stock price of AIYY by negative 30 cents. So in the next column, this is the percentage of that. And so it's affecting the stock price by negative 2.5%. So if we look down to the other two that are maxed out, those short calls there are bringing the stock prices down roughly $1 or negative 5%. And then if we move on to our synthetic positions here, something happened yesterday because I knew there was two and then there was only one when I did the daily roundup, or at least I was pretty sure. But anyway, have the same data here, but this is for the synthetic position, their first and the second here, only because these have such an effect on the stock. But yeah, so far we're only above the synthetic position for 4 of these: GUI, AIYY, Misty, and Zomo. Some of these are more significant than others, but just a reminder, in 2 weeks, our synthetic positions expire. And then as far as to the share price, I did the same thing over here. You can see, for example, down there for Misty, the market value of the synthetic position is affecting Misty's stock price by plus $2.97, which is affecting it 9.2%. All right, and then I already had this up, so I know we're good. Let's just get out of it and go to our YieldMax. So if you want to see the view like this, of course, those post numbers up underneath the green and red numbers, it's a little different in after hours with these. But let's see, if we pull our charts up, and here's our intraday charts, you can see what I was talking about, how a lot of those are going down. These down here at the bottom are really choppy. But anyway, that is it for the daily roundup. I am now going to attempt to do the trades and holdings before I have to go to sleep. But anyway, y'all have a great day tomorrow, possibly a red day tomorrow due to the Meta earnings today. We have earnings tomorrow after the close. Also, I believe, I don't know, I think it was, trying to think back to my video that I made. Alright, we did Tesla. I need to update that data. Meta. So we have Microsoft and Google after hours tomorrow. So anyway, y'all have a great rest of the evening or morning, and I will talk to y'all later. Thank you. Bye.